Yes! There's a new wind blowing in Barbados, and it's going to blow with Mia Mottley and the Barbados Labour Party. Welcome her as she comes. Miss Mia Amor Mottley, bringing a new wind of governance to Barbados, bringing new prosperity to Barbados, bringing relief to Barbados. Raise a chair. Woo. Miss Mia Amor Mottley, the next Prime Minister of Barbados.
Better, better. St. Lucie, the people of St. Lucie, good night. There's a breeze blowing in from the north. Can you feel that breeze? Before I got down here tonight, I was told, bring the windbreaker. I was told that the breeze is strong. I was told that there was something happening in St. Lucie. And I told them, I will bring it. But I don't need it, because this is one wind that I want. This is one breeze that I want. Peter Phillips, come, my brother. This is the man that will bring the change. This is the man that I need in St. Lucie. Thank you, my brother. I want to feel this breeze. And I want you to feel it. Because you, the people of St. Lucie, have said for too long that you need roads, you need jobs, you need housing. But above all else, you need a member of parliament who can make you feel proud. And you know, I have come here with a very simple message tonight to you, the people of St. Lucie. That just as you need these things, I need St. Lucie, because St. Lucie needs to be brought along with the rest of the north. And that when we bring development to St. Peter and St. Joseph and St. Andrew, the people of St. Lucie must benefit. I am not in the best of voice and shape tonight, but nothing could separate me from being here in St. Lucie. And you know, I have to start with why and how. This Barbados Labour Party has known what it is to transform the north of this island. From the days of Grantley Adams and St. Joseph, in St. Andrew, in St. Peter, in St. Thomas. And even though in all of the years we can only count the Roy Braffett in St. Lucie in 1981, you, the people of St. Lucie, have said to me that when Roy was there, you saw what you got with him as your MP. that he loved you. That Roy Braffett made sure that you got playing fields across this parish, in Connells, in Cove Bay, in Greenwiches, in Durham. That Roy Braffett made sure that when the decisions were being made in a cabinet in the government of Barbados under Tom Adams and then Bree St. John, that the people of St. Lucie were not left out. He loved you. He loved you. And he showed you how he loved you. And when we came to government in 1994, Dennis Kelman was elected as a member of parliament the same time that I was. That is a fact. But it did not stop you, the people of St. Lucie, from benefiting from a government of Barbados. You know, and I know, that one of the first projects that the Barbados Labour Party did when it won the government in 1994 was a primary school that is now known as the Ignatius Bayer Primary School. I know, because I was the Minister of Education. And even though the school had been planned, I could have done to the people of St. Lucie what this wicked and malicious government has done to Cynthia Ford and Jackson with the road that was started by the Rural Development Commission that neither this government nor this minister has ever finished. Or to me, the people in Kenwood Hill, roads started and never finished for 10 years. We didn't believe in that because we felt that the people of St. Lucie were good people. And study yourself. This was the people of St. Lucie in the east of St. Lucie, out in Pie Corner, an area that has been more loyal to the Democratic Labour Party than perhaps any other district in the whole of Barbados other than St. John. And what did we do? We finished it. You can go and take an excursion. You can go and take an excursion because the road's bad and it can take you long to get there from Checker Hall. You can't get there fast in your own car, and the only reason you see buses enough tonight is because the Labour Party got a meeting in Checker Hall. You know it, and I know it. You know about the twinning of the buses up in here. But you see, the difference is this, that I have made it my business to know. And I want the message for you to carry from here tonight is that in the same way I have made it my business to know from opposition, in the same way that I have made it my business to know when Dennis Kelman tried to intimidate that family that Peter Phillips just told you about in Crab Hill, next to the Northern Stars playing field. I didn't go once, but I have visited them a number of times because nobody should be made the victim of ministerial abuse of power in this country. And I've come tonight with a simple message, just as we did in 94, just as Roy did in the 80s, just as I have done since being an opposition leader. We have come to tell you, St. Lucie, it is time to come now. It is time to come now. And I don't ask you to idly come. I ask you to come and give your confidence to a man whose voice has been strong in your defense. I've asked you to come to give your voice to support Peter Phillips. Peter Phillips was not the member of parliament when he was arranging meals for people in St. Lucie, working with the Kiwanis Club. Peter Phillips has not been the member of parliament when he has been working with young people over and over and over with the youth commissioners of this country. Peter Phillips was not your member of parliament when he has been writing the transport board and trying to get buses for you here from Archers and Strouds Bay and all about. And I say to you, judge a man not by his words alone, although in Kelman's case you got to do that too, but also by his conduct. And what is of importance is that you must know that under any government that I lead, there shall be one Barbados. There shall be one Barbados because we are one people. This notion, my friends, that the people at Tree Hill got a shop, that people who want to pass as tourists from cruise liners got to think twice about stopping there if the people don't have no bathroom facilities nor no water working. What are they supposed to do? How are they supposed to earn the money that they need to buy food themselves? How are they supposed to be able to pay the bank back for any little loan that they take out to fix up the house or to fix the shop? I say to you that it is unimaginable to me that a parish upon parish upon parish upon parish, St. Lucy, St. Peter, St. Andrew, St. Thomas, parts of St. James, St. Joseph, St. John. Do you understand that more than a third of this country continues with water problems? Worse than ever they were in 2016, 2017 early. And the Prime Minister of this country has never once come down here and visited you and asked you how you're getting through. Not once! But you know, I could make a bet tonight that he has shaken more people's hands from Germany and Sweden and the UK and Canada than he shake the people's hands from St. Lucie. But Kelman doesn't worry about that. Kelman wouldn't talk on Facebook and beg the Prime Minister to come to your aid in St. Lucie. Kelman begs the people to come and support him with macaroni pie. He doesn't beg the people. Minister Eswick, Frondell Stewart, the Prime Minister, he doesn't beg them to come and see that you, the people of St. Lucie, need to be able to express what it is you're going through. And that when you do get water, you're getting brown water and yellow water. This is the reality. And you know, what bothers me is that I can leave here tonight and go with pride to the people of St. Michael Northeast, where I was elected at the same time. Thank you, love. It's true, this walk with me. But I can go and with pride point out the record, both under government and under opposition, for the representation of the people of that constituency. I asked Dennis Kelman tonight, what can you show? If you tell them about the concrete roads, it is the Barbados Labour Party that gave you the first concrete roads in this parish. But rather than that, we have a man who is consumed with being on Facebook. He's a Facebook fanatic. For him, it is all about the likes. He never hear about the love. And when he's not on Facebook, he's on the call-in program. But in the meantime, we want to know what he's doing for you. And let me just go further, because for me, the people of St. Lucie must know this has been your lost decade. It really has. Because I pointed out that even under Barbados Labour Party government, concrete roads were being done, water mains were being fixed, primary schools were being built. All of these things were being done. Community technology, all of these things. Thank you, Cynthia, garbage trucks, everything working. But what was more was that when we stopped using the prison at Harrison's Point, I want you to listen carefully. We determined that that site was a perfect site for a massive, major tourism development. Clyde Maskell is here, ask him. And we believed that it was the last huge huge site on the west coast going into the north that could be made available for this. Now, I walk around Barbados all the time. And wherever I go in the tourism belt on the west coast, the workers at the hotels and the villas come from one of three places: St. Lucie, Coastal, St. Peter and St. James, and occasionally Black Rock. But the people of St. Lucie have been servicing and holding up Barbados' tourism industry and high-end tourism industry for decades. These are the people who cause people to want to come back here. Your people in St. Lucie are the people who treat people in a way that people say that Barbados is decent, that Barbados is good people, that Barbadians are well educated. And now that we had an opportunity to carry a major tourism development at Harrison's Point, 10 years later, what do you have to show for it but abandoned buildings? 10 years later, what do you have to show for it other than a brewing battle between two Bajan business tycoons as to who should really get Harrison's Point? And that is not for tonight, but another night. But in the meantime, you, the people of St. Lucie, don't have the benefit of that development. Sandra Husbands, who is chairing this meeting, she can tell you about the plan. Sandra, where are you? You can tell them when you come back on this platform, if you didn't do it already for the night, about the plans for housing in St. Lucie. And the only thing the Dems could do was to come and pull an old... Thank you, Avril. It begins with T and ends with K. I didn't say that to trick you, but I know that after David Thompson made his last public appearance at Pickering, you have seen nothing ever since then. And that was more than 7 years ago. And it is not rocket science, my friends. Let us be clear. St. Lucie has the largest available amount of land, both for agriculture and non-agricultural uses in this country. If the economy is growing, and if people had money in their pockets, the next frontier for development, Clyde, is where? St. Lucie. But you see, a Democratic Labour Party government that has done nothing but take money out of your pockets, has done nothing but cause you to suck salt. It means that they are not in a position to fuel the economic activity that is necessary for you, the people of St. Lucie, to get new jobs. Or for you, the people of St. Lucie, to see houses go up in the hundreds up here. Or for you, the people of St. Lucie, to get into new farming and greenhouse farming to be able to support high-end vegetables production for the tourism industry. And I say to you tonight, Peter, that I come tonight with a public pledge, Pete. Thank you, my brother. That the people of St. Lucie will be treated fairly in this country when it comes to roads. That the people of St. Lucie will be treated fairly when it comes to economic development. And any battle that is taking place for Harrison's Point, you know that I know how to deal with Harrison's Point already. And I ain't gonna play. But that any major tourism development that takes place down there has to benefit the people of St. Lucie first. That similarly, if we are to meet the pent-up demand for housing in this country, we have seen how St. Philip has developed over the years. You have seen people move into St. Philip that never were from St. Philip. To the point now where St. Philip has easily almost 30,000 people living in that parish. St. Lucie is struggling to find 8,000 registered voters. Why? Because at no time has this government taken the development of this parish seriously. It hasn't. And you have only to go and do the research yourself. I ask you, Peter, to let it be known that when we talk about one Barbados, we don't only mean one Barbados physically. That we mean one Barbados. We are not going to tolerate the kind of nonsense where Dennis Kelman can speak about the small man, the small man, the small man, and all he doing is pushing up the big man, the big man, the big man. Ask the people in Crab Hill if Dennis Kelman has resolved their problems with the tenantry in Crab Hill, and he is the Minister of Housing in this country, Housing and Lands. Peter, is that not true? But Dennis Kelman can go on a site visit with Mark Maloney at Bushy Park to see whether Mark Maloney can breach the town planning regulations with the track. Dennis Kelman can sell the property for Denmark. Where's Colin Jordan? Colin, you spoke beautifully here tonight, and the people of St. Peter will have in you a wonderful representative. Dennis Kelman is the Minister of Housing that is presiding over the sale of Fort Denmark, and ask him if it is not to the same group of people that have gotten everything else in this country. And Eddie, I spent Friday night in Lower Carlton. I was by Miss Lucas' shop, and the people there asked me about the fire station that is shut up there. And the people there are worried about this government's plans to dispose of that in a way that will cause the people of that community to lose their sense of openness and affinity with the beach. That is a community that I know for all my life. I grew up down there too. And I have given them the solemn commitment, Eddie, that that fire station, that spot or that building will be for the utilization of the people of that community, because people in Barbados deserve access to beaches too. And let us not get tied up. I am not saying that there isn't room for other development, but you can't have all. And what bothers me when I say that there will be one Barbados, Peter, and the people of St. Lucie, is that Dennis Kelman has yet to stand up for you. I ask you, how does a man who is in charge of the Rural Development Commission not make a case for the elimination of pit toilets in rural Barbados? Nobody. Nobody in this Barbados in 2018. In 2 years' time, we will be going into the third decade of the 21st century. Nobody on a night when the rain is falling or any other night has any right to go in the backyard to use no pit toilet. And who are the people? Who are the people who have it? It is primarily older people, people who are indigent, and people who may be differently able, disabled. But you know, that is the difference. You want to know what is the difference between the Barbados Labour Party and the Democratic Labour Party? That we will put people first. The notion that a Minister of Housing can preside, and don't let nobody fool you, Dennis Kelman presided over the construction of the grotto. $28 million. It remained closed for 2 years. Tiles start to burst because the place lock up. And when you know when a building lock up with heat, what happens? They had to go and spend money to fix that again. And all about St. Lucie and St. Peter and St. Andrew, people looking for housing and can't get none. And Dennis Kelman presided over $28 million going to the grotto. Don't tell me that you couldn't change the contract as Minister of Housing. But I come with one better, and Jerome knows it too. There was a piece of land that the National Housing Corporation wanted to sell to C.O. Williams to settle a debt that it owed C.O. Williams Construction. The National Housing Corporation Board agreed that it would sell the land the land should be sold rather at a particular price. And Mr. Kelman intervened and said, no, this land must be sold for $20 per square foot less. And the difference in price would have meant that another $1 million or so would have come into the National Housing Corporation. Tell Dennis Kelman come and deny it. I say so. I am bringing the papers. The red bag ain't come tonight, Pat. But if you want me to bring the red bag to St. Lucie, I will bring it. Now, how can you intervene when your own board says that the price is up here? And you say, no. Don't make it pay so much. Make it come down. Well, I want to know what he's making you, the people of St. Lucie in Crab Hill, whose tenantries need sorting out. What is he doing for you? And I ask you tonight, the people of St. Lucie, truly, I ask you tonight, a time has to come when you have to stop and study ahead. You have to stop and study ahead. This is not a case. I wish it could have been like the 50s when you didn't have communication and I could tell you that Dennis Kelman has withdrawn from the race and everybody would know that that is the truth, but that doesn't work. He is the Member of Parliament. By law, he has at most 5 more Tuesdays as your Member of Parliament. You hear what there? 5 more Tuesdays. 5 more Tuesdays. And I want the people of St. Lucie for the next 5 weeks, because we don't know when Frandel calling this thing. We don't know what they're holding on for. I suspect, I think you suspect too. But that is their business. Let them keep loitering. Every time you see Dennis Kelman for the next few weeks, if you see him this week, 5. If you see him next week, 4. If you see him the week after, 3. If you see him the week after that, 2. If you see him the week after that, and when the 6th of March come, whether Frandel call the election or not, tell him, blast off, Dennis Kelman. Goodbye, good riddance, and we, the people of St. Lucie, walk Peter Phillips. Good night and God bless.
That was the political leader of the Barbados Labour Party and the next Prime Minister of Barbados, Amor Mottley.